Most of my detractors will say, you woke me up, but now I'm going to come after you. But that's because they were none of us are perfect, but a really imperfect, deformed vessel. But you know, some of the seeds are going to fall on the rocks. Some are going to be eaten by the birds. Others are going to hit the right soil. And that's what's happening. Please continue.
Well, you're absolutely right, you know, and obviously you and me, we got friends and family. We try to wake, you know, I'm trying to wake my own family up to this whole mess called a conspiracy, and they don't believe it. You know, I trying to convince my mom. I'm like, Mom.
Okay, so your dad is a famous paleo constitutionalist, friends with Ron Paul, Congressman Larry McDonald, who they killed, Gary Allen, icon. I knew he knew Bob Chapman. All these people, and they don't even respect an icon in their family.
Well, they, you know, me, my brother Kai, and my brother Joe are pretty much the only ones out of the 11 children that have read my father's books. And
unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Yeah, unbelievable. And what's really strikes me as crazy is that, you know, here we are with all the evidence. We got him, Alex, and your infiltration video of the build of Bohemian Grove, that is like one of my favorite. I just love sitting down and watching that. The cremation of Care is so interesting to watch, because what you gotta come to grips with is that is a 2,000-year-old Babylonian satanic ritual of human sacrifice.
They're recreating it. It's unbelievable. In closing, anything else you'd like to add for people about your father, about the book, None Dare Call a Conspiracy, about Gary Allen?
Yeah, in closing, I'd like to say we got to keep talking, Alex. You and me, we got to, this isn't going to be the last time I hope I come on your show, because there's a lot of research that I've been doing, and a lot of people tend to forget that my father wrote another great book that is my personal favorite, called The Greening. And The Greening is the total rap sheet of what the globalists are doing today, right now in front of our faces.
Well, listen, is that book in print?
Oh, it's in print. It was published in the early 90s. I got a copy of it right here in my hand, The Greening.
Well, we're going to have to carry that in the bookstore. Absolutely. We'll get you on the Nightly News soon after I've had a chance to read The Greening, or one of my reporters has, and we'll do a review of that. Great having you on, my friend, and we salute your work. We salute your father, and there's nothing more honorable than carrying on the work of your father, especially when your father was doing such seminal work. If I have to, the touchstone of so much of the liberty movement we've got today, that is our greatest hope, is the work of your father and Gary Allen. God bless you.
Yeah, and thank you for having me on, Alex. And I really hope this isn't the last time I come on.
No,
what I wanted to ask you is
sure.
that I'm thinking about writing my own book, and I think it would be a very powerful message.
Sure.
If you and me came together.
Yeah, the problem is, listen, I'm not bragging. I've been offered by big New York publishing houses, you know, all these big book deals and stuff. And my problem is that I would make a bunch of money, and books are great too, but it doesn't reach as many people. I can do a special report that reaches 1 million people, boom, on YouTube, outside of the radio audience that's woken up. And then a book, you know, that would make me $20 million would only reach, you know, 300, 400,000, 500,000 people. And I understand, but listen, just write your book. Don't wait for me to work with you on it. I appreciate you joining us, my friend. We're going to move on to, thank you. We're going to move on to some calls now. Yeah, I just, you know, I had a bad experience with ghostwriters, with 2 different ones with a publisher. And because I would say stuff and it would turn into something completely different. And then I'm so busy trying to complete the Nightly News, trying to finish that mission, trying to finish all the things. And I probably will write some books, because it's good to have something in writing. It's respected. And actually, it would make a bunch of money, which I could then use to fund things. So now I am leaning more towards a book. But it's just, I'm not going to put some crud out. You know, that's why I haven't made a film in 2 years. I mean, it's more of a presentation documentary with Joel Skousen, Strategic Relocation. It's more of a, I'm in it, he's in it. It's got a lot of great graphics and information. It's very important, but, you know, it's not a film I made. Because, I think I've gone on the right course, too. Films make money, and they are seen as prestigious, and they reach a lot of people. But just churning out reports is getting more lead down range on the globalists. So, but then I got to do a money bomb. where I can make a film and make, 500, 600, 700,000, $1 million, if it's a big film. If I did a film right, so I could make something like Dinesh D'Souza made, I could get it in theaters. I could probably hit the zeitgeist right and get media behind it and make, $15 million. And that would fund us for like 3 years. So I'm trying to work smarter. I just so caught in radio every day, preparation for it, training crew, dealing with stuff, signing checks, carrying out trash, throwing people's, you spent coffee in the trash. I'm not bashing folks, but running around, trying to get people up and going because I know that's the right plan to go with. There's a lot of things I want to do. And, well, I'll tell you right now, if somebody like Larry Abraham was alive, I'd write a book with him. And I think that's the answer. I think I need to go out and find an established writer and then have them go out and then write books with me. Because I need to be able to just record, have the meetings, have the areas, have the writer put it together, add their research, and then put it out. Because let me tell you, there's just not that many people that have this knowledge. And I don't understand why you don't have it. I mean, I guess you've got to study this stuff for 17 years, but it's so self-evident. It's so, you got to read Tragedy and Hope. You got to read None Dare Call a Conspiracy. You've got to read UN documents. You've got to just, learn and watch these people. And then you figure out, man, they're a bunch of crazy control freaks that think Lucifer controls them and they want to kill everybody. And then when a cop pulls you over and goes, mind if I search your car? And you can't even get mad at the cop. This is a victim full of vaccines, full of fluoride, full of GMO. They're going to die young. Their wife's going to die young. Their kids are going to die young. We're being murdered. And you can't even get mad at them. They're just a victim. And then some idiot TSA person chosen because they're a low-grade moron who likes to exercise mindless power all day. You can't even get mad at them. But I realize you've got to get mad at them and put them down and say, you're pathetic. You're enjoying a power trip. Shame on you. Stop being a drama queen. Stop acting like it's bad that I'm asking you questions. Knock it off. We've got to rebuke others. We've got to rebuke ourselves. We've got to get better. Or it's all going to get better. And listen. The socialist control freak superstorm is about to hit. Everything you've seen is just the beginning. Kind of like when the trees are blowing, you think, oh, look at that storm coming, and it finally hits, and the windows are blowing out, and the tornado hits. Sounds like a freight train coming by. I've been in a tornado. I barely survived it. Not fun. And with my father, and in a car. We're driving along. It's raining. We slow down. All of a sudden, we were on about 40, blows the car off down an embankment, 40-foot embankment, go through fences, slide, run into 2 oak trees. State police said it would have killed us if we'd have hit sideways. Smashed the Tahoe all the way in to the back row of seats forward. Broke my dad and mine's seats. They broke in the shock and then fell backwards. My dad got a concussion. Was throwing up everywhere. I got a concussion but didn't throw up because I guess my brain's already had so many concussions. It was like visiting an old friend. And the state police got there and I said, yeah, we slowed down and just blew up the road. He goes, yeah. The tornado just came through here through Stonewall. The barn's blown over right over there. You see that? You got hit by a tornado. And that's what hit us. He goes, you see those trees torn down? That's a tornado. Those fire ants all over us. It was not fun, but I don't know why I'm telling that story again. I guess, how did I get off into tornadoes? The point is that this isn't a game, ladies and gentlemen. And these people want to rape your children and line you up in a pit and blow your head off. After working you half to death. Okay, that's what they do. That's what they create. Grandma bakes pies and makes you a big chicken fried steak. New World Order puts poison in your water and kills you at the hospital. I mean, I'm sorry it's dark. I'm sorry it's horrible. I'm sorry it's ugly. But if we would admit what the Soviets and Nazis and Pol Pot and all these scum did, we don't have to relive it. But if we don't, we're going to relive it. Let's talk to Mike in Texas. He wants to talk about 2012. We're talking about this pretty much every day. In the countdown towards the end of the world, they say. 21 days. I don't buy into it. 21 days, 5 hours, 11 minutes, 13 seconds. I guess the website that set this up is gone with their time zone because the world will end in their time zone on that day. That's another question. Which time zone will it end in? Maybe Greenwich Mean Time? Go ahead, Mike. Oh, he just dropped off as I went to him. I love that. Wilson in Florida, 2012 in the Constitution. Go ahead.
Hey, good afternoon, Alex. It's always a pleasure to speak to you. I just wanted to speak in regards to really quickly to 2012. I just think that for sure, if there's going to be anything, it's going to be coming from the government. I don't think anything on this earth is going to be happening naturally like that, especially with the way things are.
I agree,
Also,
but I mean, they could do an EMP or something. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I don't say exactly. I agree with you. And we'll probably see some Hale-Bopp type activity too. Go ahead.
And I'm definitely glad, the last shows I've been listening to for the last few weeks, you've been just beating the drums, speaking about how the answer is in the tools that our founders gave us, I don't like getting obsessed with characters or people. I'm not a fan of anybody. I'm a fan of the tools that we have, and I'm glad that you just keep emphasizing it. And I think that's just where the key lies. We have the tools, and we just have to have the organization, and then we all use the tools.
I agree with you because of the children that I hear in the background. I mean, we cannot turn our children over to the beast. And what matters is their hearts and their minds and their souls. People need to understand, folks, you do not want to be programmed by this. That's the most valuable thing in life, is being conscious and living in reality. And it doesn't mean any of us are perfect. We all see through rose-colored glasses. But we have just got to ask God to open up our hearts. And I'm not talking about the fake God in these churches, folks. If you ask the creator of the universe into your heart and to give you guidance, you'll find it. And it's now time to hit your knees, folks. Even if you don't believe in the spiritual world, well, then you better get in a room and turn the lights down and just sit down and meditate and think about where the world's going. Because let me tell you, you've got to be in deep bondage to not know we are in grave danger.
Strategic relocation is a systematic way to think strategically in the future about how do I safeguard.
Renowned author and expert, Joel Skousen.
The U.S. isn't building huge underground bases and bunkers because of some terrorist threat. They know that a massive nuclear attack is coming. They want that attack to come.
Joel Skousen is renowned as one of the world's foremost experts in strategic relocation and the securing of your home.
What I tell people is that you do have time. We talk about natural disasters, the health environment. We talk about pollution, the water quality. My personal experience about being in every one of these states, most people won't even be ready and won't be able to get out of town because there'll be absolute panic.
There is no preparedness without strategy. This Christmas, give the gift of preparedness. Strategic Relocation, the film, with Joel Skousen and Alex Jones. Available only at InfoWarsShop.com or by calling 888-253-3139.
In more ways than one, it's going to be a November to remember. Through tomorrow only, and just in time for the holidays, Emergency Essentials offers a huge Mountain House sale only at BePrepared.com. All Mountain House cans are 20 to 32% off. For example, a can of Mountain House Chili Mac, regularly $25.49, is now only $17.24. Scrambled eggs with bacon, usually $31.89, now only $21.56. And save 26% on a 3-day emergency kit, or save $123 on a 1-month supply of freeze-dried and dehydrated foods. Gift shoppers, check out the Catadine Vario water filter at 26% off, or get special pricing on the Gerber Suspension Multi-Tool and the Volcano Stove Collapsible Cooking Combo. For details, call 800-999-1863 to experience exceptional customer service and Emergency Essentials low price guarantee. But hurry, the November to Remember sale ends tomorrow. That's 800-999-1863. The choice is clear. Be unprepared or BePrepared.com.
When natural disasters strike and the water supply is shut off, you won't panic because you have a CWR emergency water filter. CWR Environmental has been supplying emergency water filters worldwide for over 25 years. The difference? CWR emergency water filters are portable, easy to set up, and exceptional at removing bacteria, parasites, sediment, and many harmful contaminants, including chlorine and harmful microorganisms. Plus, they are NSF certified to assure performance. CWR emergency water filters can produce thousands of gallons of safe drinking water from any water source and come with a 5-year warranty and money-back guarantee. For a limited time, the filters are specially priced with free shipping. Call now, 800-444-3563. That's 800-444-3563.